Hello guys! Welcome back to my channel. I am just a random fangirl, but you can also call me Libby. This time we're going to be reacting to the Severance, episode number 2, season 1. So, last episode was amazing. I actually had to rewatch it a couple of times because the timeline, I reacted to it about a year ago and I just wanted to have fresh my ideas and yeah, because that episode was so plot heavy. Like, there were so many moving parts and the cinematography was just amazing. The picture, the design of the sets, everything was just so mesmerizing. I can see why my brother really likes the show. I think that he said that he's probably one of his favorite shows in general. So yeah, that's high praise coming from him. He has some high standards for the shows that he watches, and he really loves this one. So I can see why, like, just the first episode, and I can already see why. It is so great. The concept is just so creative, and the characters are interesting. The world building is just, it gives you the right amount of questions to have on the plot moving forward, while it simultaneously answers some of those questions, but the answers are not straightforward answers. The answers are things that leave you with more questions, and that's just what you want in your world building. So no, it was really interesting. So we have our main character that's named Mark, I think, if I am not mistaken. I watched the episode again about some weeks ago, so the names are still not sticking just yet, but I will get to them eventually. So we have our main character, I think that his name Mark, and he has been subjected to this procedure known as the severance, which basically just creates a really messed up division of your work self and your life self, and you cannot remember your memories. You're basically a different person in many ways that is always trapped in this corporate building. Essentially, just like the fact that they cannot even sleep, that they just feel that their body is rested, it has to do something to your psyche. Like, it is so messed up, but it's like a dream for the companies, because they can abuse you and they can overwork you, and you would not have any idea that that is happening. Like, for example, when Hallie throws this book folder binder to Mark's face, and he just gets like an injury, and they don't even say that that's what happened, because that sounds bad. So instead, he just bumped into, I don't know what they said. He bumped into something, and that's what he got, and yay, free discount, I guess. And it is so messed up. It is so messed up to think about it. And yeah, there is apparently in the world itself a lot of debate on the morality of this. Not even to the companies. Like, the debate is whether or not it's ethical if the other version of yourself, it's trapped in there. Basically, it's trapped in there. That version never leaves, never gets to know rest or know any other aspects of life. And that should be good for, work-life balance, because imagine just being severed, and you go to work and you don't even have to do the work because another version of yourself is doing it, and you just clock in and clock out. That's it. And for yourself at home, that might feel like something interesting, but for the other version of yourself, it's just hell. It's just hell. Even if things are not they're not torturing you, technically, because it's some kind of psychological torture. But you know, it's just oof, messed up in so many different ways. And yeah, so we got the new character, that's Hallie, and she's just getting introduced to this severance procedure, and she's having a real tough time getting adapted to it. And we have actually a really interesting moment where Mark and she meet outside of work, and I don't know why I felt like it was so interesting, but it was interesting. And we also have the knowledge that this woman, I'm not really sure if she's a CEO or just like more in like power, like she's, you know, she outranks them, but I'm not really sure in which way. But she seems to know more about the company itself. And I don't know if she is severed, because at the end of the episode it really didn't look like it, but she would have to be, right? And how she's basically Mark's neighbor. And if she's severed, then interesting. But if she's not severed, because of the last way that she looked at the camera, that makes me think that she's not severed and she exactly knows what she's doing, then that is messed up. Like, damn girl, you don't have to be severed, but they do, you know. And it was really interesting how she was talking about, and actually I have been talking about, I've been thinking about this quote that she said a lot. Like, it's been on my mind so much in so many shows that I have watched, and I don't know if I have said it out loud, but the quote is something like, her mother was an atheist, and she was saying that the good news are that heaven and hell specifically, are not real, but the bad news is that what humans can imagine, they usually can recreate. That just stuck with me. It just stuck with me because it's so real. It's so real. So now I'm reading things, and I don't know, that quote just stuck with me. And then at the end of the episode, she was like, oh, my mother was very religious, and she says that something about the angels and the hours of sleeping. I don't know, but it is a really interesting, not even duality of the character, but you know, which one is the truth? Is your mother an atheist or not? Or maybe she has two mothers and it's both true, you know. Like, it is really interesting. Her character is really interesting. And then we have the kicker of Mark's friend Petey, that basically just quit. Like, he just left, and it was pretty sudden, and that's where Hell is filling up that position. And it is really weird because we saw him later on the episode, and things seems to be more messed up than we realize for now. So yeah, it's just a lot. I would love to talk more about landscapes and the setting designs and the feelings that they evoke, but I'm not sure if, like, I don't trust myself to put those thoughts into words. So I would love to see some what's the name? Some fun facts about that kind of stuff without spoiling me things. And you know, when I finish the season, I am so ready to start looking to videos explaining things and theorizing things, and just, you know, about different aspects of the show, because it's so good. It is so good. So anyway, I think that's it. So yeah, also an apology for me to taking so long to record these reactions. Like, a lot of things have happened. If you are curious, you can always check on my community tab. That's where I posted most of the information, or on Patreon the information is there as well. But yeah, it's just been a shit show this year. And yeah, but I am taking my measures so I can actually keep a consistent schedule, so let's hope that I manage to do that. Anyway, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is going to be a highlighted reaction, but if you want to catch the full-length, uncut, unedited reactions, I am going to leave you my Patreon account in the description box down below, and feel free to check it out. We are a bunch of episodes ahead in there as well, and I think that's it. So, without further ado, let's just jump into this reaction, shall we?
So your work personage will be waking in a few hours on the severed floor. But the next time you yourself will be sentient will be this evening in the elevator back up.
Okay.
The elevator has a handrail at hip level if you feel dizzy. Man. I love seeing the sunrise on his face.
Okay.
You know he used to drink 3 raw eggs and milk each morning.
What?
His favorite breakfast. We'll get you prepped in here.
Damn.
Good
Is he
morning,
the founder of the company? I'm going to guess. That has to feel so weird. Okay. Yeah, it's like a component. Huh. It is really interesting. I hope that they explain how this works, because medically speaking, it's really interesting to see the parallels between our medicine and these worlds.
I'll be upstairs after to let you know how it went.
Sorry if I freak out on you a little.
Oh yeah, big time.
I'm very excited to meet you.
Interesting.
Hey there.
Huh.
It's okay. Not a problem. Want to give it another shot? Maybe with a little oomph?
Huh. They're really not telling her at all of the things.
Farewell. It's going fair. No, she's not. Ooh. I'm gonna call you back. Wow. You're an inquisitive one.
I don't want to be in there, do I?
You're learning that you do. Hey, when we heard you were coming here, it was like a miracle. It's amazing what you're doing.
Okay. Kind of manipulative. But yeah, why did she decided to work like this? Like, you know? I don't remember, I'm pretty sure that I already talked about this, but I do have a background in architecture. So from the architectural point of view, these spaces are so sanitized, but in a bad way. Like these spaces that we have seen from the company, but especially from the severed floor. The other one, I don't know, I guess that it does look a little bit sterile, but this part, the severed floor, is just an architectural nightmare. This is literally the don'ts, and I wonder, and I'm sorry if I already talked about this in the last episode, it was so long ago, I don't remember what I already said, but I do wonder if it is done that on purpose to kind of break the people in here so they can be better workers. I don't know, I do have to think about it, but like, I am just wondering, like, is this done? I mean, I'm not talking about the set design, I'm talking about the people at the Lumon company. Did this severed floor like this because of the psychological impact that it's going to have on their employers? Because the no natural light, no actual air, the white but so bright white, sanitized, sterilized environments, no windows, and basically no contact with the exterior. The separation that is so dramatic between what I'm guessing to be different teams that they said in the first episode, that each team is like really separated, or that the, well, not teams, but like departments, I think that they said that they are still not completely filled with the people that are going to be in those positions, but they seem to be very, very isolated from one another. And you know, all of these little quirks, architectural wise, the Lumon company did this severed floor in that way for the psychological effects it would have on the employers, because I have to think like that. Either they are really incompetent, or they did this with that purpose in mind, which is really interesting. Anyway, senior refiner morning checklist. Wow. Okay. So I'm guessing that, yeah, he's... wait. No, I want to read that. Okay. Refill the soap dispenser in the restroom. Okay, sweep the floor using the carpet sweeper. Wipe down the desk surfaces in each cubicle. Dust the Lumon compliance handbook and appendices. Return vending machine tokens to jar. Review employee lunches. Wow. And also, another thing that I failed to mention, I think last episode, is the fact that they basically promoted Mark. And he doesn't have any way of knowing that. You know, technically speaking, his job is going to get more heavy, I am going to guess, because he's ascended into a position of more power, but there is no monetary compensation for all the overwork that he is going to be doing now that he's in a new position, because they don't tell him. They just don't tell him, because he would have no reason of knowing it. It is...
Yeah. Well, it's Monday.
A weekend just happened.
Yeah.
I don't even feel like I left.
Yeah, that's how nights and weekends feel here.
Like nothing.
Well, you get used to it. I mean, I find it helps to focus on the effects of sleep, since we don't actually get to experience it.
That's what I'm saying.
You feel rejuvenated or happy, less tense in the shoulders, spry.
So it's 9:05.
Yeah, they stagger the entries too, so we don't meet on the outside. It's important, apparently.
I can guess. Wow.
So I guess we're not friends.
Guess not.
My current file is called Tumwater, which I
Welcome to
started
the
some
Lumon
11 weeks back. Tumwater.
Wait, no, I can read that. I'm sorry for all the pauses, but I do pass a lot. I am the kind of person that passes a lot and focuses on everything they can.
Current files.
So, okay. Welcome to the Lumon family. Congratulations on your new job. All of us are thrilled you'll be part of Lumon Industries. From the humble beginning of a small topical soap company. Ha! That is interesting. That those are the beginnings. That is really interesting. To the world's leading pioneer in biotechnologies. That would make sense why they were probably the ones inventing the severed method. Lumon has thrived thanks to workers like you. Of course, like you. You need to be a part of the team. Corporate hellscape. Welcome to the Lumon family. Meet Sevi, the mascot, I'm going to guess, and the beginnings of the self-topical company, I'm going to assume. What does it mean to be severed? Oh my god, I cannot read this. Yeah, no, I will have to check if someone uploaded a photo of this.
Tumwater, which I started. It's on
Okay. To be a refiner, someone who does something pure, more accessible, whether it is industry, the sugar industry. Okay, yeah. As a Lumon refiner, you'll be removing logistics from data and organizing that data into its purest form. What does that even mean? You have been selected for this position because you were recognized to you both. We recognize to you both the intuition and emotional intelligence, okay, to perform these tasks quickly, efficiently, and most importantly, reliably. Wow, so corporate trash. Essentially, a macro data refiner sorts data sets from different categories into digital. Oh my god, I cannot make that word. Digital something. A task which requires intense skill and focus. Wow. Take pride in knowing that you have been selected for your past intellectual progress. Sure, they say that to everyone. We know you may be curious about what the numbers mean. Okay. However, knowing the true meaning behind the numbers would inhibit your natural intuition. That is very interesting. How will I know about something and we have then the numbers? Okay.
7 weeks back. Yes.
10% complete. Oh, that's what he's saying. Okay. 10% complete, it's the eraser. 25 is a finger trap. 75 is a music dance experience. Oh my god. Yeah, they cannot even listen to music. Oh, this existence is so depressing. 100% complete caricature portrait. Wow. And the refiner who meets their full quarterly quota shall receive a waffle party. Well, that sounds fun. I want a waffle party.
Embarrassment.
Now, let's get this party started.
Okay, so I'm guessing that these are activities of welcome to hell.
My name is Irving, as you all know, and I've worked here for 3 years, and something about me is that I know all 9 core Lumen principles.
Awesome.
Oh, okay.
What's your favorite?
So wait. I was thinking that he's very methodical and very, structured from what we are seeing right now. But yeah, no, that makes sense. That's your whole life. That's your whole identity. You are trapped in here. What are you going to do? You need to find, some people need to find a higher purpose than them. So acting according to the rules may feel like some people view religions, right? Oh my god. I don't know if I'm reaching here, but the parallels to cults? I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching. I feel like I'm reaching, but I don't.
I broke protocol this morning.
Oh, honey, no. I don't think that's the right thing to do.
The old group photos, the ones with PD, and it just made me feel sad. And I guess worried that I won't be able to run MDR like he did.
That tracks. I have similar worries.
So I took him from the cubicles and put him in the storage closet, which we're not supposed to do.
I recall this. I objected.
Thank you for telling me, Mark. I actually find your reaction sweet. Though, it is puzzling you have an outburst like this for Petey and not for, say, Carol D.
But we knew Carol D was leaving beforehand. Or how do you film to thank you?
I guess that
Sorry I derailed your game.
I thought I already had.
Okay.
But then yeah.
I guess that, yeah, you have so many few clues onto discovering who you are on the outside that things like dirt behind the nails, if that is what that was, could give you some sort of clue so you can have some sort of, I don't know, understanding on who you are. It has to feel so weird not knowing who you are. Yeah, like maybe you can say, oh, maybe I do gardening. I don't know. Wow. I do think that it's probably dirt.
Have you tried? Because frankly, it sounds made up.
It sounds, but I'm pretty sure there is. But what if you act bad until they fire you, essentially? Like, you know, it's like I agree that this is basically suicide, but wow.
Please, dude, no!
Big department chief now, Marquez. On you then. Let's go.
Where is he going? I don't know what he just did, but I have a feeling that he took a big one from her. Like, I feel bad for him. What is that? Break room? I have a feeling that this is not going to be much of a break. This sounds more like a punishment, which it probably is. And again, this should not be happening, but they have no reason, they have no way of knowing outside that this is happening.
So you're a doula.
Midwife, actually.
It's on our state.
They're forcing it now.
That's what they're lobbying for. And Jane Egan is trying
Okay,
to
well, what about the self-mutilating types that do it willingly? I mean, I heard that some of them are so deluded they don't even know they're victims. I also heard that if you're severed, you go to 2 separate hells. Is that true?
Hey man, you want to benefit off forced labor?
Hey
that's
man,
that's up to you.
Forced labor. Fucking really?
Yeah.
Forced labor.
Really?
Okay, so people can just like self-imprison. Are you captive right now? No, seriously, because your past self chose to walk you down here to be an infantilizing prick to people.
Severance is subjugation, asshole.
Oh,
It
that's
is.
nice language for what are you, 12? Are you 12 years old? Are you even in high school yet?
Okay, so
Okay,
yeah.
come on.
The thing is that what they're saying is true. You know, what they are saying is true. Of course, it can seem patronizing, but the thing is that you cannot help someone that doesn't want to be helped. And Mark right now does not want to be helped. He is just seeing this severance procedure as a way for him to deal and cope with what's happening in his real life, and he's really not taking into account anything else other than that. And yeah, he took the decision, but does that make it better? Questionable, because it probably doesn't. It is a really complicated subject, because I do agree with what they are saying. It should not be happening. Companies should not have that kind of power, and Mark is just not seeing it. So it is a really complicated and icky topic that really resonates with a lot that's happening in the real world. This job seems hard. What the hell? Oh no, this is no good. Visual hallucinations? understand that this has happened to him, but no. No.
I'm sorry.
Irving.
There's this room.
The break room. Oh,
We go in there when we don't act right.
babe.
What was that?
I'm afraid you're not sorry. Please. I truly am. I'm sorry. Please read the statement again. Forgive me for the harm I have caused this world. None may atone for my actions but me. Only in me shall their stain live on. I am thankful to have been caught, my fall cut short by those with wizened hands. All I can be is sorry, and that is all that I am.
What in the Dolores Umbridge is this?
Again, please.
No. This shit is why corporations need regulations and need people that oh my god, what's the word? I am so that keeps them accountable of their action, because if not, then they will put up shit like this. And I know that this is an extreme, but again, I am very in agreement with that statement of what humans can imagine, they usually can recreate. Oh, this is messed up. And I think that he's starting to realize how messed up this is really, and the implications it has. But I don't know if he's totally there yet where he's like completely willing to actually look at this, because this is scary shit. You don't want to think about this.
I loved that you did the Ambrose cycle in the team building space last quarter. I'd never seen it.
It's rare to meet a sophisticate. Most people only think of O&D when new handbook totes come in.
Well, I love those too.
Yeah? There's new ones coming next month. Best design yet, in my view.
Oh, wow. Now, that's all I'll be thinking about until then.
Oh, this is what little life they have. Am I crazy? Am I crazy, or am I sensing like kind of a vibe there? I don't know. I might be crazy. I might be crazy. I might be crazy. I don't know. But I was sensing a vibe there. I don't know. The way that they look at each other, like, I am going to shut up. Probably I'm wrong.
Is an exemplary person. These facts should be very pleasing.
But are they actual facts, or?
Relax your body and be open to the facts. Try to enjoy each equally. These facts are not to be shared outside this room. But for now, they're yours to enjoy.
So messed up. Just
Your
enjoy.
Audi is generous. Your Audi is strong and helps someone lift a heavy object. Your Audi attends many dances and is popular among the other attendees.
It's so sad that they're so happy just knowing
Likes films
things about themselves.
That can play them. Your Audi is splendid and can swim gracefully and well.
It's so sad to see how happy he is.
Please try to enjoy each fact equally and not show preference for any over the others.
Oh,
That's
God.
10 points off. You have 90 points remaining.
Points?
Please don't speak.
This is so messed up. The 0 or the 5? 0 probably.
Don't do it.
Hey guys.
Lumen has been good to us, and it is feckless.
Guys.
That.
Yep.
The 0?
Why is it
You okay? Just fence off the bad data like I showed you.
Can you see the perimeter?
And bin it.
That is a weird perimeter.
Boom. Fucking refine.
You okay in there?
Yeah.
Sleeping bag?
Yeah, I'm good.
Is that blood? Oh, it most definitely is. I'm not sure if this procedure worked as you hoped. As I said, it cannot be that easy. It's basically brain surgery, and what else?
You okay?
No, he really is not.
Daydream. I fell asleep amid the flowers for a couple of hours.
I don't think that there's anything else, is there? Maybe it is. I don't know. Wow, that just went by. Like, I swore we were just like 10 minutes in, and I know that I was like with at least half an hour left. So, wow, that went by fast. If the camera acted up, I am so sorry about that. I really do not control it. Maybe I should get a second monitor so I could just like, you know, like see what the camera is seeing, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't have money to buy a second monitor, and I still don't know how to install it. Yeah, anyway, I'll try to fix it. It's just that I'm sorry, my camera just does not like me. There we go. Wow, so that was a lot. I think that I said most of my thoughts and things during the episode. I really know that some people do not like that I pause during the reactions, but and I know that it gets in the way of the pacing and things, and I still get the pacing. Like, I don't feel like it gets in the way, but I have ADHD, and if I don't say the things that I am thinking about out loud in the moment when I am thinking about them, those thoughts are gone. I am never going to see them again. I need to speak the facts when I think about them, because if not, then I wouldn't, yeah, no. So, and I don't want to miss any important details, as you know, so yeah, pausing. If pausing is not your thing, maybe this channel is not your thing. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, I think that I talked not a lot, but quite a bit, and yeah, so yeah, like this company, and probably most companies, to be fair, this company does seem particularly shitty, and it kind of reminds me of something else that I'm watching. It is not the Knights of Guinevere. It is not that. It is kind of like that, because there's also a really shitty company, like really shitty. but it's not that. I don't know what, but I am pretty sure that I'm watching something that also has to do with a company. Maybe it's a Night of Genevieve. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is that. But I just know that I have a feeling that this reminds me in the sense of shitty companies, and I think that with how much the capitalism has been advancing, it is more often in these times to be seeing a lot of shows just focusing on just corporations and how bad they are for a lot of things, like just not only for the environment or for the consumer, even for the employees. Like, you know, I could just spend a whole day rambling about the capitalism and the impacts that it has on mental health and generally speaking on how we develop as people and as society and what we are going to expect out of our lives because of, yeah, it is weird. But this company, like, that's what I was saying. Like, you give a company free reign. That's what you are doing when you go through this severance procedure. Because, like, yeah, sure, it sounds nice in theory to just like clock in, clock out. That's that, and you never had to suffer, like your Audi never has to suffer about a day of work, but then you are condemning another whole version of yourself to this corporate hellhole that they can never leave. So even if you don't take the moral ramifications into account, that you should, you know, even if you're not an empathetic person, even if you're not a good person, it is you. It is you. You're doing this to yourself. So like, but even just taking that aside, like, what you're like in Mark's case, I think that I understand it. He doesn't really seem to be all that happy in his regular life. We saw him just weeping his eyes out the first time that we met him. He's just dwelling in a lot of things, and he just wants a break from his life. So yeah, for people like Mark, it sounds good, but you know, if people are desperate enough, like, yeah, I get it. But if you are not desperate enough, what are you doing getting a brain procedure that you don't know the secondary effects, let alone, like, if you don't want to have sympathy for your innie, then okay, whatever, I don't like you, but okay. But like, maybe don't do brain surgery stuff just because. That doesn't sound like a very brilliant idea, but I don't know, maybe they're tracking down the people that are desperate enough to get this procedure. We barely know anything about these people's lives outside of work, except for Mark, so maybe they are just hunting these people down because I don't know, that is a thing, right? Because we know, because I am pretty sure that Mrs. Selving is not severed. I am pretty sure that she knows what she's doing because of the frames that we have seen her in. So I'm pretty sure that she's not severed. I'm pretty sure that she's just keeping an eye on Mark, which is creepy, but also, why on Mark? Is every employee monitored? Or why Mark? Because no, yeah, why Mark? Because he was not in a position of power. Like, them being more vigilant of pity, I get, because apparently he didn't give like very much of a notice and he just kind of went up and disappeared, and they're probably tracking him right now, and that's why he cannot go home, and that's why they were so cryptic about pity in general. So I don't know. I guess that my question is everyone being tracked? Or is Mark, because of some reason, special enough for them to keep an eye on him? Or maybe this is a new development? Maybe they were not keeping an eye on him, and with the recent events, they just kept an eye on him. But Mrs. Selving was already his neighbor before the whole pity situation. So yeah, I have a lot of questions about that. But shitty corporations, what's new? Haley is just such a mood. She's not there for that. She's not like I really like her. She does not take shit. Like, she's a baddie. She's a baddie. I really like her. But yeah, also the whole refinement thing just gave it. I just have so many questions about that, and the fact that they also don't know what they are doing. Like, what are they doing? Because it doesn't seem like they have any sense, and they say that they were selected because for this specific department. So I'm going to assume that maybe other departments do other things, like that guy's department that apparently had something to do with the paintings, and maybe these people that were selected for this department met some kind of qualification because of the perception that they were talking about. But maybe there's also something to do with the severance procedure itself, because what do you mean scary numbers? Doesn't make any sense. What else? I really like that Mark is helping out Petey, but I don't think that this is going to end well. Like, I don't have any faith whatsoever into this ending any kind of well. I am just hoping that they don't kill off Petey, because I really like him. I really want him to get better. So yeah. And what else? I think that most of the other things that I was thinking about, I already said them during the episode itself. Pretty sure about that. But yeah, no, this show is amazing. I have so many questions. The whole scene with Irving was so unnerving. Like, that just kind of slimy substance just engulfing him. And them, that probably they know what's going on, them just like blaming him for that, when it is most certainly something to do with either the work itself or the severance procedure. Them blaming Irving, the goal these people have. And the thing is that all of the Innis are so vulnerable to all of these people. They are vulnerable. They are just, yeah, they're just prey. Like, this is preying on your workers in a whole other level. And the fact that he couldn't even enjoy the facts, like, it's sad enough that he was so happy to know things about himself. Like, that is so fucking sad. That is so sad. At the very least, they gave them paintings to look at. Apparently, like, that's the very least that they could offer them. Like, I don't know, but like, listening to music, I'm guessing that doesn't come often. Reading something, I guessing that doesn't come often. They're just work. Like, that has to damage your psyche so much. They are so controlling and so overbearing, and I want to squeeze their necks out. Ugh. I will say that Mrs. Solving is a really interesting character. I never know what to expect from her. It seems like she's having a lot of secrets, and I really want to know what her motivations are, because she seems to be in a more direct form of power, which means that she probably has some more answers than the other people. So yeah, I am just curious about her character. And the other guy, I totally forgot his name. The other person in command, I'm not really sure if he's in a position of power or not, because I don't know, he seems like a manager or something. I don't know, but he's also so creepy and so infuriating. Oh my god, I also just want to punch him in the face. I just want good things for these poor Innis. I want them to be able to see the world, but it doesn't seem like that is also a great option, just like looking at what Petey is going through. Yeah, I cannot say that sounds great either, which, amazing, just amazing. Just great options everywhere, I guess. Anyway, yeah, this episode was just so great. It bringed up a lot of good questions and also some answers. And yeah, I just really want to know more about this this show in general, this world, because it's so culty and so corporate hellhole, and yeah, I love it. So, if you enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to leave a like or a comment. Anything you want could be highly appreciated. And if you want to know when I upload my reactions, I'm going to leave you my link to my Patreon account in the description box down below, and you can just join for free. Or you can also check my schedules on the community tab. I don't post them there as regularly as on Patreon, but it's almost always there as well. So yeah, anyway, we'll be seeing each other on the next reaction. Bye!